Good morning, students. I am Jacob. So this is part 2 of the chapter from the diary of Anne Frank. So in part 1 we read that Anne actually started writing a diary and she named it as Kitty, because she said that papers have more patience than people. Okay, and moreover, although she had a big family, she had loving father, mother, elder sister, aunts and a big home, but still it was actually a sophisticated environment. They did not actually talk with each other much about whatever was going on in their life. She actually talks about her family, that about her father, when did he marry her mother, about grandma, and when grandma passed away, and this is what Anne actually talks about. So now let's continue the chapter and understand that what she actually writes in her diary and what experiences she shares. So from the diary of Anne Frank, page number 52. Dearest Kitty, our entire class is quacking in its boots. The reason, of course, is the forthcoming meeting in which the teachers decide who will move up to the next form and who will be kept back. Half the class is making bets. Gian and I laugh ourselves silly at the two boys behind us. Cian and Jax, who have staked their entire holiday savings on their bet. From morning to night, it's you are going to pass, no I am not, yes you are, no I am not. Even G's pleading glances and my angry outbursts can't calm them down. If you ask me, there are so many dummies that about a quarter of the class should be kept back, but the teachers are the most unpredictable creatures on earth. So now she is actually narrating or telling that what is going on in her class. She says that it's the result day and everybody is actually, telling that you are going to pass, no, the other student is answering, no, I am not going to. Then, so this is what is actually going on in the class. And next form means next class. It's understood when we read the sentence that forthcoming meeting in which the teachers will decide who is going to move to the next class. So form means class. So I am not so worried about my girlfriends and myself. We'll make it. The only subject I am not sure about is maths. Anyway, all we can do is wait until then. We keep telling each other not to lose heart. So, like the other students, Anne is also weak in maths, and she says that we are going to make it to the next class, but still I am afraid that something may go wrong in mathematics. So she's a bit afraid of that, worried. I get along pretty well with all my teachers. There are 9 of them, 7 men and 2 women. Mr. Keesling, the old fogey who teaches maths, was annoyed with me for ages because I talked so much. After several warnings, he assigned me extra homework, an essay on the subject, a chatterbox. A chatterbox, what can you write about that? I'll worry about that later. I decided. I jotted down the title in my notebook, tucked it in my bag and tried to keep quiet. So what happened? That she is actually telling that she had 9 teachers, 7 men and 2 women. Mr. Keesling was her maths teacher, who was actually annoyed because Anne used to talk a lot. She was a chatterbox, talkative girl, and the teacher was actually annoyed with her, with her talkative behavior. So Mr. Keesling assigned her with the work of writing an essay on chatterbox, means a talkative girl. She said that she actually took a note and put a slip on her bag that I am going to think about it later. Okay. That evening, after I had finished the rest of my homework, the note about the essay caught my eye. The note which she wrote that she has to write an essay on Chatterbox, that caught her eye. Caught an eye means attention. That caught her attention. I began thinking about the subject while chewing the tip of my fountain pen. Anyone could ramble on the tip and leave big spaces between the words, but the trick was to come up with convincing arguments to prove the necessity of talking. I thought and suddenly had an idea. I wrote 3 pages Mr. Keesing had assigned me and was satisfied. I argued that talking is a student's trait and that I would do my best to keep it under control, and that I would never be able to cure myself of the habit since my mother talked as much as I did, if not more, and that there's not much you can do about inherited traits. So she thought and thought for a while that what should I write about the topic Chatterbox, and then she also thought that it should be convincing as well. Mr. Keesing should actually get convinced that yes, talking is important. Okay? And convincing means that make Mr. Keesing believe. Convincing means will make it believe. It's written on the side as well. Okay? He thought that I should actually write something which should actually convince Mr. Keesing that talking is important, and I will also write that I will keep it under control. But she says that I will never be able to cure myself. She says that she will not be able to cure herself because she has inherited this habit from her mother. Inherited means the qualities which we actually get from our parents. So she has inherited this talking habit from her mother because her mother also used to talk a lot. Mr. Keesing had a good laugh at my arguments, but when I proceeded to talk my way through the next lesson, he assigned me a second essay. This time it was supposed to be an incorrigible chatterbox. I handed it in, and Mr. Keesing had nothing to complain about for 2 whole lessons. However, during the 3rd lesson, he finally had enough. Frank, as a punishment for talking in class, write an essay entitled "Quack Quack," said Mistress Chatterbox. So, as Anne has had this habit of talking a lot, so Mr. Keesing used to already gave her 2 tasks, that you write essay on this topic and the other. And finally, again, when he started with the next 3rd lesson, he said that now you have to write an essay on "Quack Quack Quack," said Mistress Chatterbox, because Anne Frank could not hold her from not talking. So in every class of Mr. Keesing, she used to talk. So when the 3rd lesson started, again Mr. Keesing got annoyed and he gave her another task. The class roared. I had to laugh too. Though I nearly exhausted my ingenuity on the topic of chatterboxes, it was time to come up with something else, something original. My friend Cyan, who's good at poetry, offered to help me write the essay from the beginning to the end in verse, and I jumped for joy. Mr. Keesing was trying to play a joke on me with this ridiculous subject, but I'll make sure the joke was on him. I finished my poem and it was beautiful. It was about a mother duck, a father swan with 3 baby ducklings who were bitten to death by the father because they quacked too much. Luckily, Mr. Keesing took the joke the right way. He read the poem to the class, adding his own comments, and to several other classes as well. Since then, I have been allowed to talk and haven't been assigned any extra homework. On the contrary, Mr. Keesing's always making jokes these days. So the last task which she did, she wrote that there was a duck and a swan and they had 3 babies. So father actually killed the babies, the 3 babies, because they quacked a lot. So Mr. Keesing understood that this is actually the habit of Anne that she cannot control. if she talks a lot, she will, because it's inherited, and she cannot control from herself from talking a lot. So he understood and he cracked jokes, and this is what Anne Frank writes in her diary and what happened that day in her class. Okay, so this is the chapter about Anne Frank. This is just a small, I would say, a portion that has been taken from, extracted from the diary of a young girl with slight adaptation, like some with certain changes. So with this we are done with the chapter from the diary of Anne Frank. So if you have any query or questions related to the chapter, we will discuss it in the online class, and if everything is good to go, you can do the question and answers in your notebook. So thank you students, and I wish you a good day ahead.